Hi Sarah, thanks for submitting your homework, going through the math section. So I wanted to start by looking at some of the questions that you indicated that you are confused about, and I see that you weren't able to pick the right answer. So the first one is question number 2 on page 1 for the math section, which is if x to the power of 2m times x to the power of 5 equals x to the power of 25, then what is the value of m? So we're solving for something like this, where x to the power of 2m times x to the power of 5 equals x to the power of 25. So what is the value of m? So you mentioned that, what is the value of m? So you mentioned that you weren't sure how to deal with the exponents. So I think a good thing we can review is just with another example and switching out with an x. So let's see if I wrote something like this: 2 to the power of 3 times 2 to the power of 2. How could we write this out? How would you go about writing this out fully? What does this asking us to do? Right, correct. So we would multiply 2 by itself 3 times. So that's 2 to the power of 3 times multiply 2 again by itself twice, which is 2 to the power of 2. Right, so 3 times for the first term and then 2 times for the second term. So how can we consolidate this actually? Right, so we're multiplying 2 by itself 5 times. So it's actually 2, we can rewrite it as 2 to the power of 5. Right, so from here we can see the rule where if we're sharing this, if the two exponentials are sharing the same base, we can actually, and we're multiplying them, then we can actually add the exponents here to get the new term. Does that make sense? Okay, so then how can we go back here where all the bases are the same? Could we use what we just learned to rewrite this this left-hand term? Right, so we're sharing the base x, and we're multiplying them, and the exponents here are 2m and 5. So here we can add them actually. So 2m plus 5 equals x to the power of 25. So rewriting it again, x to the power of 2m plus 5 equals x to the power of 25. So since the bases are the same, we can actually ignore it now and just focus on the exponents, the exponential. So this ultimately we can simplify to 2m plus 5 equals 25, and we can solve for m from here. And what would that be? Right? Subtract 5 from both sides. So 2m equals 20. And then divide both terms by 2. So m equals 10. Yeah, that's it. Great job.